I'm going to add the rig back to the character, pressing the H key to unhide it. I'm going to move the rig a little forward. So now it's within the bounds of the character, and make sure you turn on shading X-ray joints to get a better look at it. The eyes and this bounding box will not be skinned. So whatever part of the mesh is bendable, you select, then shift click on the root for the rig right there, shift click. Going to rigging menu set, skin bind skin. I'll make my character wave. Hello. And now I would have to repaint the skin weights to adjust for things like this. Because waving your hand shouldn't make your ear wave. To do that, take note of the left arm. I'm going to select the skin, right click, paint, skin cluster weights. Double click this icon to open up the tool settings. And I'm interested in the left upper arm. Let me scroll through this hierarchy list. So the left upper arm should have no influence on the head. We'll go to the value, set down to 0, and paint on the head. Now my brush was a little big, and so I got part of the arm included. Pressing the B key and dragging the brush smaller will let you not accidentally paint things you don't want. I'll go a little further down this hierarchy, making sure that the left forearm has no influence on the head, and I don't think it does. I'll move my brush over it and try to paint just in case. Well, if the left arm had influence, I'm willing to bet that the right arm also had influence. So going down the hierarchy, right arm up here, and there's the influence, lighter gray. I still have the same value set down to 0, and I'll paint that away. And like before, I'll just go down the hierarchy a little bit just to make sure. And you would go through and correct your character through the painting of skin weights. When you're done, just close this menu. Now when I wave, let's see if it's a little better. A little better, but we still have some correcting to do. So I'll fold my arm downward. Downward again. The upper arm has too much influence on the torso. So selecting, right click, paint, skin cluster weights, double click icon. Let's go right to the right and left upper arms and see what's happening there. Here's the right forearm. Let's go up a little higher. I'm removing all that influence. You could also switch to, instead of replace, smooth out. This way you don't get any big kinks happening on your mesh. And that one looks better. Let me do the same thing with the left upper arm. Right there. Switching back to replace. Value still at 0. Accidentally clipped that. Let me undo that. Making my brush a little smaller. Then switching to smooth to average out the weights of these vertices to get rid of that kinking. All right, let's try this again. So lifting the arm. Cool. Now we're ready to continue with our regular animation work, making the character move, morph targets, moving the eyes around as well.